I was talking to a friend that I don't see too often the other day, and he was asking me how my YouTube channel is going, and he said, "Are you going to be doing any other games in the future?" And I was like, "Nah, I love RuneScape, that's all I plan to do." And we got talking, and he said that it's kind of like a sad thing because RuneScape is eventually going to die out. It looks like we have a ton of players, but how many of them are real, and then how many of them are bots? And let me ask you guys a question. How many accounts have you made in your life? Comment down below. There are some crazy people that can play up to 8 accounts at once. Me, I sometimes play 2. I used to play 3, but that's really too much for anyone to handle. I actually really like playing the 1 account right now, and I've kind of just been playing my Ironman for the past month and a half. I will get back to probably playing 2 accounts in the future, but just say me, for example, I have 2 accounts that I could be playing at the same time. So say everyone was doing that, the player base would be divided in half realistically, right? Most of the new signups for this game are people who played the game a long time ago, right? That maybe see an ad for it again or a video on YouTube and say, yeah, I'm going to give this game a good try again. Or they're people who already have, say, a main account and they want to start an Ironman or maybe an Ultimate Ironman or Group Ironman, right? It's usually people that already know about the game. Now, don't get me wrong, I do get a ton of comments that say, I recently started RuneScape, I've never played it, and I really love seeing that because it makes me feel like this game will last a very long time. But why is it that not tons of people are joining old school RuneScape in today's day and age? It's because we live in the TikTok generation now. You know, you just get instantly dopamine, new video, and it's not just TikTok. There's tons of other things to blame for this, obviously, right? But why would you spend thousands and thousands of hours to get yourself a maxed account, for example, push some 99s out, or even just grind out, say, a few quests when you're not going to get as much dopamine as clicking Instagram or, you know, scrolling through something like TikTok, right? And even the new modern games kind of implement this in a way where it's very fast-paced, crazy intense graphics, and it's not as much of a grind, right? I've played a few other MMOs in the past. One that really comes to mind is MapleStory, and basically the entire game is the Slayer skill, and that is what they call quests. So you walk up to, say, a master, I don't even know what you would call it, and they would say, go kill 10 of these creatures and come back and I'll give you a reward and another quest. So it's a lot more simple, but I haven't played a ton of MMOs, but that's kind of the feel that I get. RuneScape's different where it takes a very long time to learn everything. It is simple, but it does take a lot to learn. RuneLight definitely helps, but a new player is not going to know what RuneLight is, right? It's really a community-driven game at this point. Now, what is it about RuneScape that quote-unquote sucks, and why a lot of new players aren't joining, as much as, say, other games? Now, is it the graphics? Could be the graphics, right? I show this game to a random friend that has never seen it, and they say, why do you play that in 2023? And you can't really just... The thing you say is nostalgia, and I just love the game. Now, there's a lot of games that use, like, not amazing graphics and are super successful, like even the phone app games, right? Another thing is, oh, that game is very simple. You just click a tree and you wait. That you're not doing anything. Why do you find this fun, right? My dad even said this to me way back in the day when I was like 12, 13 years old. He said, you know, there's a lot more fun games out, right? Basically, this is what I mean, the cooking skill, right? You grab a bunch of food out of your bank, you click the furnace, and then you wait 50 seconds, and then you do that again. And then you do that for 40, 50, 60 hours, and then you get a cape, right? So that's very simple part of the game, right? But it's very fun and addictive. And when grinds take this long, people do not have enough time to play it, and I totally get that. We have a lot of distractions in today's day and age, right? Sometimes I don't even have my phone on my desk or around me, because if I'm wanting to get a goal done in RuneScape and I have my phone right beside me, I'm just gonna pick it up, start texting people, maybe call some people, look up a video, go on Instagram, right? And I'm just like, then my character just logs out, right? We have a lot of distractions today. RuneScape was so successful because it came out at really the perfect time, right when the internet was becoming like a mainstream thing where everyone was using it all the time. So the kids that started playing RuneScape, say 2001 onwards, they're like 30 years old now, some of them 40, whatever that might be, right? So it's hard to keep that audience. There's some loyal fans, obviously, right? But a lot of them, have grown up, have kids, moved on, don't really even think about RuneScape at all anymore, right? And the new kids are seeing all these huge platinum games coming out on their consoles or even on computer, right? So why would they play something so simple when they weren't part of the golden years of when this game was like the only thing we had? And when everyone played it, it just became so popular. If you went into my school back when I was like 13 years old, everyone was talking about RuneScape. That was all it was. If you go into a school today, they probably don't even know what RuneScape is. And that's the problem. No new kids are joining the game and getting to learn how great of a game this is. And you can actually learn a lot about yourself and real life from playing this game. I'm actually really happy that I spent my childhood and even now my adult life playing this game. It's such more rewarding than other games, and you actually get to learn a lot, like I was saying, like about math and numbers and even just trust in general. There's a lot of cool things you can learn about this game instead of playing something like a first-person shooter that you really don't learn too much. Now, I do understand those games are a ton of fun, but I'm really glad I spent my time playing RuneScape. Now, is there anything Jagex could do to maybe attract newer players to the game? It's a very hard thing to do because if they make massive changes, the majority of the player base is going to get upset. So that is the problem. They can't really make this game more shiny, add some HD graphics, whatever that might be to the game to maybe attract new players. Very, very hard thing to go ahead and do because it would upset the community that we have. Now, there is RuneScape 3, so I assume some people will see RuneScape 3 that have never heard of RuneScape and be like, I'm going to check this game out because of the graphics, whatever it might be, right? And maybe from there they'll come over to old school, but it's just completely different world now, and it's kind of sad. My friend that I was talking to about old school RuneScape maybe dying out, he was telling me he was playing this game and he's doing something similar to like the collection log, and he was like, this could take me 4 years to complete, and I'm like, oh buddy, look at the collection log on RuneScape. I don't think anyone has ever completed it. Like it's pretty much uncompletable because of third age and stuff. But it was really cool to see that we were both playing our childhood games that we've like loved forever, and we're kind of doing the same thing, going for collection log items and completing a book of our childhood game that we love. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the entire video today. Let me know down in the comments what you think of this. If you think Jagex could do something to maybe boost the player base, do you think the game's fine? How long do you think the game will last? And also, I would love to know how many accounts you've created. I honestly don't even know how many I've created in my entire life. Probably at least 10 at this point, but yeah, so just me, one person made 10 accounts, right? So that's what I mean. The numbers aren't fully accurate, and a lot of them are bots, so hopefully this game lasts a very long time and we can enjoy it for most of our lives, but we'll have to go ahead and see about that. Anyways, catch you guys in the next one. See ya later.